All right, all right. So I just want to go ahead and wrap it up with this. I'm curious, are you more of a spiritual person or you're religious?
I'm definitely spiritual. I'm definitely spiritual. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm more spiritual.
Okay. Have you ever been a part of a religion?
I don't think I've ever been a part of a religion. I was raised in Christianity though,
Hmm.
but I don't think I've been a part of a religion because when I became conscious of my position, I guess, in existence spiritually or and however you are would exist, you know what I mean, for for those listening. Um I believe my choice was not that when I became conscious of it. And I believe anything before that point was only me being swayed or pulled because the people that had control of my life, that's just had where I had to go. But it was never a comfort. So I don't think I ever bonded with it because it was never a comfort zone the whole entire time. I just know that growing up. You know what I mean? And plus how hard I latched on to just, being a 5%er and, the more teachings and different things. So yeah, I'm definitely with the spiritual. I feel the religious. I feel religion is like I feel the approach with religion to be is like a situation where usually something is a bridge in between you and God in a sense, whether it be the minister, whether it be Jesus Christ, whether it be, but usually whatever it is, usually there's something, a book or some type of, something there
Mm.
that is helping you get there, which is why it's being called a religion. We all do this, and this helps us get closer to God as a whole. And this is our culture in a sense. Whereas with spiritual teachings and the difference like of ways of lives that just move in that realm, it's more so about going from the inside first and then going outward. You get what I'm saying? From that standpoint, it go from that standpoint of being going outward in a sense. Pardon for the call, yeah. But so I feel when you just doing the spiritual vibes, it's just different. You get what I'm saying? And I tell people a lot of times, Jesus Christ wasn't a Christian. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of people kind of look at me and be like, man, what you mean by that? You get what I'm saying? And I just be like, I tell them like, nah, Jesus Christ wasn't a Christian, because to be a Christian means to be like Christ. You get what I'm saying? So if Christ
Mm.
was Christ, he couldn't
Can
be
be
a
like,
Christian.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you want to be like Christ, being a Christian is not being like Christ in my I feel.
Oh, come
Christ
through.
wasn't Christian. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel he just had his own relationship with God. He would go, they would say he would go pray, connect with God. He would go in the desert, do his meditations or whatever, fasting, connect with God. It was always that Abraham, straight to God, Moses, straight to God. Like they never had a culture or a religion. They never said it was a group of people that were surrounding them at any of these moments, and all of them were in cahoots with doing this and meeting up on a day. And it wasn't that, it was just that person's conversation and their bond with the
With the
creator.
With
greater.
You know what I'm
God.
saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's why I move with the spiritual vibes. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel I feel my conversation with the creator by itself is more pure than any other relationship I'm gonna have with him. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I also don't like the humanization of God, where we put the he or the her or the it has to be. It's like they put the entity. For instance, it's like if we were fish, then the holy place would be, golden water, golden flakes, and plenty of. You get what I'm saying? But we humanize it, so we give them a throne, we give them somewhere to sit, we give them a way to talk, we give them a way to do this because it's something that we do. When I feel like the spiritual realm and what created all existence, I think it's a little bit above the human world.
Human right, exactly.
But
Yes.
even think that gold would be something relevant or a certain amount of virgins to think this is relevant in
Relevant,
a realm
yeah,
where gender doesn't exist. You get what
yeah.
I'm saying? It's an energy thing. So I definitely rock with the spiritual, but I don't knock anybody that's religious because I feel if you don't have something that grounds your spirit, whether it's self or something else, I feel you will be a savage. You get what I'm saying?
I'm kind of
I think
lost.
you'll be a savage. I think your spirit's being grounded is what actually makes you a good person.
Yeah,
I
so
feel if you don't
basically
have
some
that,
people
yeah,
can,
it's dark.
some people need religion to kind of get that connection with God. Is that what it is, or can we all get it on
Um,
our own?
I think in some societies though around the world, they approach religion like it's school, like like as if they was religion was needed so that the people of the world wouldn't run around chaotic. Those who didn't want to move like considering themselves a Buddha or an anointed one or a God on earth, or those who just didn't want to do that. Religion was the thing where it was like, oh, you don't? Well, we can't let you just run around here doing anything. You'll probably kill us. Here's 10 commandments on how to move, or here's these pillars of life and you need to meditate 5 times a day, or whichever way, you know what I mean? But when you get to like, I think the dopest culture I done picked up as far as I guess religious, I think I salute the Indians a lot, you know what I mean? Because of the namaste, how they approach each other. Basically saying the God in me recognizes the God in you. So it's like, this isn't even about us right now. God is talking to God, and that's how they approach you when they say namaste. And I think that's like the beautifulest way I can explain how I move. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I just move on that realm and try to keep the frequencies right. But I feel a lot of people use I feel a lot of people like religion because feeling like you are the person that's responsible for everything that goes wrong and everything that goes right. I don't think everybody can really hold the weight of that on their conscience. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think some people aren't that strong. It's a duality, everything up, down, left, right. So if there's strong-minded people, there's always gonna be weak-minded people. And I feel that, not saying that people are weak to be on it, because some people were raised in it, but there are some people who were on drugs or whatever, and when they came to it,
It
it
gave them
changed their
strength.
life.
Yeah.
And you can't tell that person
Person. Yeah.
that is not real. You feel what I'm saying? And I think from my point of view, I feel that we're the gods of the earth. And because we're gods, and I feel if we are in the image of the creator, then the same way he brings forth life, we do as well. So I feel a lot of the concepts of God and religions and all this stuff, we put so much power into it in our mind that we manifest it to be real. So to that person, their religion is right. Their God is real. Whatever it is for them, they put so much belief and life into it where their power has created it to be an entity in existence. In a sense, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when a large amount of people gather up with that common thing, their God becomes
That's what.
powerful because of the power they put into it.
Yes, that
So,
manifestation.
and I think that's when it comes into sacrificing. When they say, you give your sacrifice, you give your, it's because I
Yeah.
feel
Same concept of like a group of
yeah,
witches. You know.
exactly. I feel the
Yeah.
ancient people understood that, hey, when a lot of people come together and they can channel something, and this something can become very dominant to the point where it becomes a spiritual thing. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I just kind of
Like
look at
that.
it from that standpoint. So everybody's God is real. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
I do. I
It's just
like
I
that.
think when we compare, I
I
think that's
can't.
when we compare the stuff, and it's like being that nobody is the same. We don't even really know what's on the inside of each other. So what if every single person had a God to them specifically? You know what I mean? So like I really that's why I just say, look, I don't know what your experience is. I could be looking at the color red, and like in school, the teacher could have pointed at the color red. She could have saw green, you could have saw yellow, I could have saw black. But the teacher was like, whatever I
That's what
see
I
when I'm
say.
looking,
Yeah.
this is blue. So everybody in the room said blue, without knowing that all of us are seeing totally different colors, but we were taught that what we're looking at is blue, and we feel like we're receiving the same reality,
Same rags.
not knowing that
Yeah.
we're probably not even viewing reality at all. We're
Right,
just
right.
around each other, not knowing that we're just calling something different that ain't even the same. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just tell people whatever you come in contact with when you go inside yourself and you reach
There you
out,
go.
that's God. You get
That's
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
God.
See,
I'm
to me,
not,
that's why I think the
I'm
biggest.
not about the.
My bad. I don't mean to cut you off, my D. My G.
Yeah, I paused for you because I want you to build
Uh,
something. I get them going.
yeah, no, like, I'm with you. I'm with you though, cause like I feel like that's what most people lose. That's why I feel like people go to religion and forget to look inside themselves. Feel what I'm saying? Like even if you ain't looking inside yourself for God, but get to really know yourself. And I think if everybody in the world did that, then you would treat the next person different because you would look at them different because you would look at yourself different because you will know what you really are. So you will know that that person has to be something that's special. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So like,
right.
and I think religion take that away from people. They don't teach them
Segregate
to
people
get to
for
know
real.
themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's nothing wrong with getting to know God or reading the books to get to know God, but you still need to know self too. I think that's the most important part of enlightenment or most part of getting to know God. Even if let's say Christianity is real, let's say the gods is real, but you still need to know self. I feel like to have
And
that
it does say
connection with
that
them.
in the scripture, though. You have to have your own personal relationship, regardless of what somebody tell you, regardless of what you read. You have to have that personal relationship with them.
yeah, you have
A lot
to.
of people look to other people or religions to get saved, but you only can save yourself. You really have to look inside.
Because I feel a lot of people don't realize what their actual inner self is. You get what I'm saying? They don't realize what it is. You get what I'm saying? Some people actually, when they go to church or go to the mosque or whatever way they go to pray or however they connect, they actually don't realize they do it with their body and not their actual inner self. You get what I'm saying? Because they teach you a program of how to worship your God. We need you to do this. We need you to do that. Put your hands like this. Repeat this. Say that. Do it like this. Don't do that. So you become a program of how to move in a sense. So some people I feel do it out of habit, that so much to the point where they don't even realize that it's a different form. It's kind of like when someone says, all right, you breathing on your own. But however, if you breathe in a way where all your air drops into the bottom of your stomach and breathe from your stomach up, you breathe in the form that a baby in. Like when you watch a baby sleep and their whole belly goes all the way up completely and comes down. Because babies still breathe the actual normal way off us. They haven't been stressed out to change up their
Right. They not holding their breath, none of that.
Yeah, they're breathing the real way. We're supposed to do deep breaths.
You are right.
Someone comes along and say, yeah, you're doing that, but that's just a habit. Actually, practice breathing this way and watch how your energy feel every day. If you can master that and just start accidentally breathing like this by accident because you do it so much, which is what meditation a lot of things is. So like, but when people come, they don't realize their inner self. Like, and I do it with a bunch of my friends where I'll be like, yo, close your eyes. And I'd be like, say your name 5 times. And I'd be like, the person who heard it being said on the inside, without using your mouth when you say it, whoever heard it being said and whoever said it, that's your inner self. You know what I mean? That's your inner self. You get what I'm saying? That's actually what's supposed to be talking to God. You get what I'm saying? And some people get down physically in prayer or to make salah to do whatever they do. And I feel they physically do it and then they think it, not realizing you're actually supposed to be stopping all of that and just getting whatever that is on the inside to connect with that, however you do that. You get what I'm saying? And if that part is not there, it don't matter what form you take, which book you read, how you get it, where you get it from. At the end of the day, you're never going to be talking to God until you master that. No matter what religion you're in or how spiritual it is, if you can't get that part to respond, whoever's teaching it is actually your God, and that person is connected. And you're kind of getting a royalty blessing from him. You get what I'm saying? But you're not getting your own impact. You get what I'm saying? So, no, I mean, y'all go give me a show.
Man.
You good. Listen, I already told you. I already warned him about this. I already warned him.
I've been waiting for you to say something
Yeah.
wrong, like, but I'm like, nah, he on point, like, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
normally, you know, I like to debate,
Yeah,
I
but
like to,
and
you
I
know what I
just
mean? But I'm like, nah, I ain't got nothing to,
yeah,
you saying everything. I see it the same way, you know what I mean?
yeah. Because when I was younger, I used to kind of be like, oh, the Christians is this, the Muslims is that. And as I got older and started really picking up on it and traveling, I realized and majority of all everybody talk about Bible, like it's like a real deep meaning in that. You get what I'm saying? Of how they said that if the whole world could have worked together the way they was working, they actually would have pulled it off and would have might fucking made it to heaven. If we would have gave them enough time to process it, think about it, meditate on it, pray on it, get the materials. These motherfuckers that got the Mars and doing all this techno shit, which they would have found a way to get up to fucking heaven. And then it says, because of the language though barrier and them not being able to talk to each other and being spread it out amongst the world, they never can come back together to try to build this beautiful tower,
Beautiful
which once
tower,
could have
yeah.
been made. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like that right there is the only problem with religion and spirituality right now. Is that Muhammad is like, Allah said that he's the creator. And then over here, they like what Jesus said, God is the creator. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and then
it's
over
the same
here, where
thing.
the Indians said that the cow or the tree is God, and we should worship the cow, not realizing that the strongest sentence in it all is God is in everything.
Everything.
Yes.
That's why everybody has a religion, everybody has a spirit, everybody has a culture. It's because God is in everything. So it don't matter where you go in the world, someone's gonna find God because God is everything that exists. The whole existence is God. You get what I'm saying? And we're sales of it, talking about which part of the body we're in, or which part of the body, when at the end of the day, everybody's just connected in one little circle that has no beginning or ending, and it's just infinity. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like the human mind is messing up the life experience for our spirits, bro. And I feel that animals is actually the real beings that's getting their shit off. That's operating without the, not saying higher conscious is not dope, but you just see how the insects is moving, the nests are never not made. The food, the ant never misses bringing in food. There is no such thing as a lazy, deadbeat dad ant. There is no, they've been having the same program. They've been on the earth for years and it's been running. The fishes still fish swim the same way. The birds still migrate. The caterpillar still in his cocoon. Everybody, they still, you know what I mean? And they killing each other too, doing all the same shit. You know what I mean? But they're just moving different. And we're not in tune with the earth's like spirit right now.
Yeah,
You
they
get what I'm
still in
saying?
tune with nature, basically. The animals, insects, they still in tune with nature. To me, I feel like more people, if they look at it as a form of energy, you know, and see how, you know, energy is transferred and energy is in everything, you know, vibration, frequency, wavelength, you know, maybe they can understand it a little more. I mean, they tell you we are all made up of energy. So we are all a part of God anyway, you know, we all have that. So I don't know.
That's the way I look at it. You get what I'm saying? Because like they'll tell you, oh, they'll say, okay, this animal's dead, you cut the head off and all that, and it's gone. However, we can still take that same thing, cook it, and get energy from it, which says that, okay, even though the form has stopped, it's still something in this chicken or this broccoli, or it's something in it that for some reason, even though you're telling me it's not moving anymore, my body ate it and it made me keep operating and gave me energy, which means outside of all this other stuff, it's something inside of what we're looking at
energy
right
don't
now
die.
that's God. You get what I'm
It
saying?
just transfers. Either we eat it, we eat it, touch it, breathe it, inhale it, but energy don't die.
Can't be
Bro. You know what I'm
destroyed. They
saying?
can't be destroyed, you know. So, and
We
that's
even feel
approved.
it, to be honest. You know, like people, like you were saying, how you in Ghana, you can go over there, you can feel the energy. That's real energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, you're gonna need to be a little connected, a little in tune with yourself. basically to understand what you're feeling. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, it's the energy never dies, bro. No matter if
That's
the
so
body can
true.
die, but the energy, you know what I'm saying? Which
Yeah,
is why I believe in you can, you could trap energy. Things could get like
You can.
whole, let's say a whole city get covered in water. I mean, like everybody they flooded that joint, and still to this day, it's 500. You know what I'm saying? Under the water, I don't think that energy just trapped there.
It's
And
not.
I know I'm saying I believe that energy is kind of like trapped there until
yeah,
the water
Until
come
it's being
down, and
released
then
or something
and then
like
it's
that.
released.
I can say
But I
that
don't feel
because
like it dies.
when I was in school, we took a trip to a plantation because where I'm from, Charles City County, we have a lot of plantations. So we took a field trip to this plantation, and it was this room that they had us in. I actually had to leave out that room. It was so heavy, and I was a kid. Like, I don't know, I was started crying, like I was getting nervous. I don't know what the hell was going on. I'm like, what is going on? And it was like, that was the room that they used to bring the slave court, where they used to be at and do all of this bad shit to them. And I'm like, I felt that shit without even knowing. Like, I knew I was coming to a plantation, but I was a kid. So I didn't fully, understand until I got there. And I felt that weight on me. Like, I don't know what that was.
But that plays
yeah,
into what I said is why I like what he said about knowing your inner self, that inner being, that person that's inside of you. Because you ain't tell yourself that person inside you told you that the energy
yeah,
wasn't right. You see what I'm saying? So like people need to pay attention to those things. Like that's important. You get what I mean? Like
yeah,
that's why you need to connect with that energy, that life form that's inside of you, that God that's inside of you. You see what I'm saying? That
They
yeah,
put it
antenna to
on
God. Like
anxiety.
that's
Oh, you
why it's
had an
important.
anxiety
You know what I'm
attack.
saying?
No, listen,
yeah.
something
Nah,
happened.
Because it's shapeless. It doesn't have a gender. It doesn't.
yeah.
It's the energy. It's the energy. When we was taught about those atoms, it was either protons, neutrons, electrons. That was it. Either it was
Mm-hmm.
neutral, positive, or negative. And if it was neutral, it wasn't neutral because it was peaceful. It was neutral because it canceled each other out.
Out.
You get what
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm saying? The peaceful concept, that is something that is like on the earth, but in energy aspect, like I feel like on the inner self, our energy picks it up the way that language speaks.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have a, oh, that's cute, oh,
Mm.
that's nice.
Nice. Yeah.
I feel your energy moves based off of like magnetism and how vibes and auras are operating, where it literally either your energy is gonna attach to something that it's supposed to attach to, or it's not. The same way magnets, if you turn the wrong ends to each other, you won't be able to
Right.
push them together. And the minute you take the pressure off, they're gonna shoot in
Flop. Mm-hmm.
with the intensity, the same intensity, but in two different directions. And I feel like your spirit is never gonna mix with energy it's not supposed to mix with. But you can use your body to force yourself
Yourself.
to get
Mm-hmm.
close.
But you
But
still
at the
gonna
end
feel
of, but
it.
when you let loose all that flesh shit and you get into your inner self, it's like you letting go the magnet, and eventually your spirit is gonna, hell no, like
Yeah.
Right.
hell no, let me back that up. You get what I'm saying? And that's the best way to move. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we get caught up in how people look, how they act, what they do, and stuff like that. Now realizing it's like a person in a car, bro. They could be turning, they could be doing wheelies, they could be doing all kind of stuff, but the person is sitting in the seat the whole time, though. He's not spinning and doing backflips at all. The car is. So the
Mm-hmm.
car is giving you the show. But if you had a camera on the dude, he would just be in there like this the whole time and probably be boring as hell. You wouldn't watch it. You get what I'm saying? That's how I
Yeah.
kind of approach inner selves, where it's like, damn, he could be doing all that shit, all this shit, all this shit. But on the inside, the driver is sitting like that. So if I look at that person, I'm gonna see what I'm supposed to see, because there's no
Right.
antics, there's no entertainment, it's no, either your energy is right or it's not. There's no cut cards.
Love
There's
it.
no other, it's nothing. You
Yeah.
can't put on an outfit to change energy. Like, it just is what it is.
That's exactly. That's why I feel like we need to. People need to really like connect with that, man. Get to know yourself, get to know the inner person, you know what I'm saying? And cause that means a lot, bro. Like I preach that a lot, bro. Real talk, I preach that a lot. I know I've been on that for years. I ain't never was big on religion because I feel like it kind of like separate people when it keep people from talking who probably should be talking. It keep people from just associating with other people just because they believe something that you don't believe. You feel what I'm saying? So automatically you like become just biased to one
In a
thing. You
box.
know what I'm saying?
Trapped in a
Yeah,
box.
trapped in a box. So like you can't, and I believe that all religions are right though. Why I say that is because it's not my place to tell nobody that their God isn't real. That's up to God. You get what I'm saying? I could never do that. But I do feel like picking a religion, you know, limits you. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, of where you could go or what you could know. You see what I'm saying? Where you could be because you limiting yourself to just one piece of information when it's a whole lot more out there. You know what I'm saying? That's my only thing about religion. You know what I mean? But I love to talk to people who are religious or who are because you do learn things from them. You get to see it their way. You see what I'm saying? Help me understand.
Pardon me, my bad.
No, go ahead, my dog.
You're fine.
I was gonna say, I'm going to just add on to what you're saying. The humans are the only one getting that experience on the planet. We're the only ones that what you just broke down. We're the only ones getting that experience on the planet. The concept of moving in a way that stops you from just moving organically on Earth. We're the only thing on the planet getting that experience.
That's what you were saying about the ants and the animals. Yep.
Nobody,
Everybody, yes,
that's
exactly.
what he was saying.
Everything is in tune. And the only time other things go off their natural course is if we get involved.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So right now, it's like until we get into our inner selves and vibes, we're like actually a COVID virus to the earth.
We gotta go back to nature, man. That's what we gotta do. Go back to
we're a parasite right now. We're really
real talk.
You know what I mean? Not all of us, but as a whole, the impact of the human race, we're like a parasite to the earth right now.
Right.
We're like a parasite. And it's just because how we moving it. And the thing about it, if you notice, like if you just really look at people that get deep in their spirit, I don't care what the religion is, but when you meet the ones that are deep, if you look around them, they're usually traveling, they're usually outside, they're usually gonna be around plants, they're usually gonna have vibes. It's like usually when a person does get closer to God in whatever form they try to get to it in.
They also get closer to nature.
They get closer
and
to
everything.
nature.
It's like it's never just they change their life and they're just a better worker. Usually you'll just start noticing they'll just get a little bright over there. And it's like I think that's what it is. I think it's literally just that's missing. So we're just not appreciating life enough to vibe with it.
I mean, that's true though. People don't even look in the sky no more. People don't pay attention to the birds chirping because you get up, you got to go to work, you got alarms, you see what I'm saying? So like a lot of people is just disconnected from the earth, just trying to make it in life because of what society put on them. You know what I'm saying? So
and their
some people
just where they live at too.
Yeah, some people just out of tune of just living. You know what I mean?
We're visual dominated. You get what I'm saying? We use our eyes for everything. Everything now. Reality world, social media, we're always looking. Like sometimes what I do at least once a day, you know what I mean? I smoke, I gotta get in the zone. But I smoke and sometimes I just go outside and I'll close my eyes and I just do that for like 3-4 minutes straight without opening them. And you'll be surprised at your environment. That's when you hear the birds, you hear the wind, you hear a car beeping from miles away, you hear something ticking in your house, you hear something buzzing fly past, like, and you just got to be confident enough to not open your eyes. So how much stuff actually goes on around you that if you paid attention, you'll be like, oh, what the hell is, not realizing like really when you out there, it's going down. It's just you're so visual that you're dominated by your eyesight that you're not in the moment.
That's like, what I think.
That's why meditation is important.
Yeah.
Even if you don't do it every day, once a week is cool, but Get yourself. People have to get into trying to meditate, man.
And get out the
You know what I
city. Go
mean?
to the country. See
Just
some
sit still.
trees, the ocean. You know.
The biggest meditation is big because a lot of people be like, dang, every time we want to get to know ourselves and closer, they always say meditation. And people don't realize why. And it's like when you meditate, you're supposed to focus your mind on one thing, whether it be a color, a zone, whatever it is. But the definition of meditation is whenever you can get your mind to focus on one thing without any thoughts or anything else coming to break you from thinking about that thing. In the manner of how a train runs. This train is gonna be on this track, no matter who yell on it, jump on it, no matter what's going on, it's on this track. And if you can get your brain to do that, you're meditating. So like it comes in different forms. You could be in the car sometimes, and one of the ways of understanding what it really feels like, not for y'all, because I know y'all in tune, but just in general for listeners, it's like it's when you're in the car and you had that moment where you're driving and you drift off, but you're still driving, and then you come conscious and you like, I've been driving this whole time, but I've been
I
thinking.
don't remember
Oh
where
my
you.
gosh,
Yeah,
I
I
did
don't know
that.
how
We
you
talked
got
about
there.
That's a form
that.
of meditation.
No, that's
Because you
facts.
zone out on a vision so long that everything around
It
you
scared
becomes
me.
obsolete, and now you're actually, you people don't realize it, but it's the baby version of transcendence,
Yeah.
because you actually leave your body
Yep.
consciously for a sec, but your body still
Still
operates
And you make
driving.
it
Still
home.
on.
driving.
It's
No
to the
bull.
point where your body is literally breathing, but with your behavior though, and you somewhere else, and when you click
It's
in, you
like
like, Dad,
autopilot. That's the only
I'm
thing I
like
can
5 minutes
explain.
from the crib. You get what I'm saying?
And then
And
you
that's
think
the
back
form
like,
of
I don't
meditation.
remember passing
I don't
nothing.
remember nothing.
Yeah.
Real. You zoned out on a movie to the point where somebody come in and be like, hey, bro, and you like, huh? And that huh moment is because you was tunnel vision so hard that nothing else mattered, and someone shook you into reality. It's a
Yeah.
form of meditation. It's just
Oh,
what we
like
do
that.
just to get you to do it, so nothing is involved. Is when you sit down and you close your eyes and you thinking of something, they like think on your breathing. And that's something inside of you. So it's internal. So you have to focus on it and block out everything. But in that moment, you're learning stuff. Because while you're trying not to think about this, it's gonna be like, yeah, that bill coming up. Man, I should have went over here. And you're gonna find moments where you're gonna be like, oh, I'm supposed to be thinking about breathing. I'm tripping.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
after about a month of this, you will learn the stuff that dominates your mind, because it's gonna always distract your meditation. Like you're
I
gonna
see.
realize what's really bothering you the most, what
Yep.
really matters, who you really want to talk to, what you actually want to do. Like it's gonna be like, man, I'm about to roll up. Oh,
So
let me
clear.
chill. Let me think about this. Oh, I know how to roll up. Let me chill. And you'll start realizing, oh damn, I'm addicted to weed. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So really the
Yes.
meditation, you self-reflect, and the further you get into the zone, pardon me, because my friend is on the phone, she tuned in, like she liked the feel, so she right
That's
here,
fun.
and she gave me the look like, but like when you in that zone of meditating, like what it is, you get so far down in the path where after a while, you mentally ward off this thought so much inside that you beat it on the outside too. It's like internal training in a sense, because really all your behavior is thoughts. So if you can conquer it on the inside, it's actually already beat in real life. You
Love
just
it.
don't really know it yet
Love it.
until you actually out there one day and it's like that, I'm gonna go up in here, but hold on, let me smoke first. And then you be like, well, nah, I can smoke later. And you don't realize that was your training and you saying, nah, I'm not about to think about that right now. I'm supposed
Love
to think
it.
about breathing. So it's actually training. Like it really like sharpens you and builds you up. So when you get to the point where you are that person that's meditating on breathing and nothing is coming in front of you, the same way when you're driving, and even the thought of driving and saving your life didn't stop you from watching that daydream that long and coming back. When you get to that point, that's when you should be straight in life. Like it's just spiritually, you should be calm and collected. You should be fully disciplined. You should because you actually are fully conscious and you control your mind. Like that's actually my actual real definition of being conscious. When you reach that state right there, where you really control your thoughts and every decision is actually approached as if you're the car driver and not your body. Like, because if you think about it, I could walk up to you and I could go to hand you a bone and you could be like, what's up, Brian? And you might grab a bone without considering grabbing the bone, where there's somebody that sat there and was like, oh yeah, I do need to smoke. Let me go ahead and get lifted. Good look, bro. And even though it was the same act, someone was conscious of their movement.
Thinking about it.
But someone actually did it out of second nature. Those are the people who are just moving. They meet people out of second nature. They talk out of second nature. They kiss out of second nature, have sex out of second nature. They go to their job out of second nature. They love their kids out of, and they're never stopping to consciously, really strategically be like, oh yeah, this is why, this is that. And you know what I mean? Y'all got me in the bag too.
No, I love it. I wish, listen, I appreciate you, like, for real, honestly. Appreciate you for coming on, talking to us.
Yeah,
you
man,
actually gave us some free game, you know?
Real talk, man.
I mean, it's never a hold up when it's this type of talking, though. You get what I'm saying? Because there's not too many platforms that allow the building to just go fluently like this. Whereas it's like we're in the barbershop, you know, or the salon in her case, you know. It's just cool vibes. So now it was good energy, you know what I mean? Y'all, these type of interviews actually remind me, and I have to say things that put it back into my conscious.
That's why I like them. You know, because it also helps you correct yourself. Certain things I might say, and then I'd be like, damn, I need to do that more of my damn self. You feel what I'm saying? Or you remind yourself some certain things as you talk, and you like, damn, I need to be, you right. I need to, you know what I'm saying?
It's like the hypocrite and you kick in and be like, bro, what the fuck? Why would you tell them that if you don't?
Yeah.
You gotta be like, you gotta self-judge, like self-judge like that.
Which is good for getting to know yourself and building yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like people need to do, man. I ain't gonna start the conversation back up, bro. My laptop going dead. We didn't had you for almost like 2 hours. I'm gonna let you get to. I know it's late over there, man. You know what I'm saying? It's early in the morning over there, man. He's still up talking to y'all, man. That's how you know. That's how you know he do this for the love, for real, bro. It's really for the love, man.
I definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And I always wanted to say this to you, bro. Look, bro, I apologize doing our battle, bro. Cause look, you gotta remember I was young and you was my first person I knew I had to do angles on, and I did not know, God on the truth, that they was gonna be personal. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I try to think of things that I thought people knew about you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I was really blown about your reaction. But as I look back on it now that I know more about, you know what I'm saying? You was my first person I did angles on, bro.
Yeah.
I knew I needed them. You see what I'm saying?
Like,
And now I want to say I apologize because I didn't.
This is the thing though. As performers though, we have performance. And then we got reality. You know, in reality, everything was gravy. The performance of it, I think, took a bigger toll and like kind of colored it different. But really on my end, it was just okay, this is somebody I'm rocking with. I know it's people's, me and him running the studio together. It's conflict of interest. So I can't be in that light with you. I can't be one of the ones that's supposed to be putting an L, or it's supposed to be we had a dope battle. I'm not supposed to throw nothing out there that might follow you your whole career. You get what I'm saying? And I didn't want to. And I'm like, but if you do it, I gotta hit you back. So I vacated the mission like, nah, we go chill on